Friday, the 31st of Jan. Oh my god, it's lagging. We've actually got the monthly close today, and we got the weekly close in a couple of days, and we got I think we got PCE data coming in just before the market opened, just before Viking stream. Uh, Quick disclaimer: I am long on Bitcoin from about 104.1 ish, as per Smallio's post. When is this name calling going to finish? Yeah, facts. I'm not sure if I should get involved in it or not. But yeah, I am long from this previous hourly candle when I woke up and I saw Smallio's post. So I think this has got a really good chance of running the liquidity at the highs now. I like 107. I think we're going to see that. But overall, I'm still quite bearish. Unless, what I will be looking for is this weekly close. I think this weekly close is going to be super important to show us some interesting direction. The daily close, I'm not amazingly keen on. If we get over 106.1 or zero point 0.2, it'll be looking decent, but I would definitely want to see the confirmation on the weekly closing. So if we close above 1.6 on a few dailies, then we close above 104.2 on the weekly, I think I'll probably start flipping my bias. But for now, still a little bit bearish. Yeah, let me go have a look at the long to short and liquidity quickly. So yeah, we took quite a lot of the liquidity at 106.5. There's still a little bit more at 106.6, literally just the wick that we did. And let me go to the 2 week. And yeah, there's a ton at 107.5. To be honest, all the way up to 109k, like maybe a little bit further, we could really start ripping into that stuff, and then see like a major retracement. But let's see, like we could either rip that stuff and then hold the weekly open, and then it's looking fine, and then it's looking all good. But yeah, that's the liquidity. Let me just check something else. When is the name calling going to finish? Yeah, facts ops. For me, as someone that lost a bit of because of FTX, I find it hilarious. Did you lose in FTX? Oh, I guess you are American. That was America's exchange. But I remember literally watching the FTX crash, and I bought like a tiny bit of Bitcoin at 15k. I was at uni writing my dissertation. Yeah, long to short ratio. Next week I'm going to start switching the screen so you can see, but I can't do it right now. I'm not at home. In the last hour, hella longs, by the way. We went from at 10 a.m. we went 51.5% long to 11 a.m. read of 67.5. So crazy amounts. The long accounts are also creeping up, which is also adding to my theory that we're probably going to get a sizable pullback. It was looking decent yesterday. Was at about 50-50, which is exactly what you want to see when you're at the highs. But yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of longs coming in at the top, and then we're going to rip that short liquidity, and then the order book's going to be really thin. So we're just gonna turbo nuke it. Well, that's what it feels like to me at the moment. We could still hold levels on the way down, but that's just the general plan. And no, I don't think the bull market's over. I think we're going to have possibly quite a good end of February to March. I think we could just be in for a couple of weeks of dumpiness. And I've been targeting 95k for a while, so yeah. Let's look at some alts and let's look at some weekend plays. And I'll definitely keep an eye on the chat. The FTX crash, I put what I had left into Sol, which ended up being glorious, but still. Oh yeah, you was buying Sol at $8 because you're a legend. Sorry to hear that, mate. I wasn't around then, but yeah, my alts are fucking shit. Hey, alts will come back, man. Sometimes you just have to sit in your conviction projects and just DCA it down when alt season. Well, now that we've looked at Bitcoin, we are seeing Bitcoin and Dom have a little bit of a retrace. I think this is going to act as support this weekly open, or this previous weekly open. To be honest, this has already been tested, and so is the yearly open. I want to see us go and hit November and hit this pocket area here, and then I think we're going to start the real major retrace and have a little alt run this year. Like, even if we get up into here and then we start breaking down, I think we're going to see like alts really starting to come in, even if we just get around 57%. As for others, we have made a lower low here, but we are regaining the yearly open. This is really important stuff because I thought we were going to go and hit here and we're going to have a little bit more pain before we start going off. But this is a really good sign that if we get another leg up, we're going to just be chilling. But I still think it's kind of on the edge, but it's not too bad. And total 3 still doing nothing. We're going to have to wait for a weekly close above that orange line before we get too bullish. Again, total 2, which is actually giving me quite a lot of hope for ETH Bitcoin, which we're going to look at in a second, is currently gaining December on a daily candle. So this is really good. It hasn't made a new low. It's actually made a new high, so it's uptrending. And that's giving me quite a lot of confidence that alts are going to see something quite soon. Possibly maybe a Bitcoin dump to everyone to capitulate their bags because everyone's pretty mentally drained from it at the moment, but not fully. So a lot of people haven't capitulated yet, and when they do, I think that's going to be the reversal. It's very, very highly likely. Yeah, ETH Bitcoin. So if we can get above this weekly open, it'll be a very good sign that we could force a test up to the yearly in November, which would be super bullish. And then, if we do get above that on the daily, I reckon this is finally going to print a bull div on the weekly. Finally. So, like, if we come up here, this will print a bull div. We'll probably come back down and do a double bottom. If Bitcoin dumps down to like 95k or something, maybe even 90k, who knows? We could even do that and then that with the bull div. But yeah, it's looking quite juicy to go like that in the coming months, and that's kind of what I'm thinking on ETH Bitcoin. But yeah, look, you can see Bitcoin's neutral on the day, and ETH's up 1.6%, 1.5%, which is really nice. And you'll notice that ETH dominance is actually up and Sol Dom is actually down. So this is pretty good. This is kind of exactly what we want to see, and it's just giving me a little bit of confidence, let's say, that we are kind of close to something. And this, we just want to close above this in the weekly. See, look at that. That's just the most bottomed oscillator you'll probably ever see. Weekly bull div, another weekly bull div with another bull div. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. But anyway, we'll have a quick look at ETH. Just to see how it's doing. I don't know that chart. Okay, here we go. So I think we've got quite a nice defined range here, where these 4-hour lows are at about 3k, and these highs are about 4k. Really, it's quite a big range, to be honest. But for now, it's looking good. We've gained a lot of levels here. Weekly open August. We're gonna go test yearly open. Probably gonna be nice resistance, but I'm quite happy with this. It could be nearly time to long ETH, especially if we get that and then that. I'll be looking quite deep. Solana. It's struggling on its levels, but it doesn't look too bad. I'm not really too interested in Solana at the moment. It's more about the Solana ecosystem coins. Um, for disclaimer, I do have some spot orders set around 200 and 190 on Solana if we do get a drop. XRP, I'm still in a short from somewhere around here. I still think this looks quite weak, and you're probably good to short this as long as it can't get above like this swing, or probably more importantly now, this one as well. But yeah, I think they got a token unlock, and I just don't like the look of this chart. It looks pretty bearish to me. It could be a bull flag, but I think we're probably going to go a little bit further down before, if it is, then we break up. So yeah, I'm in a little short, and it's probably like around here. It's not even that much profit at the moment, so you could possibly look for one on that. Let's just look at where the 4-hour bands come in. Nowhere near. So absolutely nowhere near. Popcat. Now, what's happening with Popcat? Yeah, it looks a little bit rough at the moment. There's definitely a potential bounce play off the Q2, like even just up to here, which is like a 10% move, but actually realistically, to be honest, it doesn't look that good. I mean, yeah, on the daily, like if we're gonna be hitting that and then closing a daily candle above it, I might just buy a little bit. Because especially, I think I've noticed when ETH pumps, Popcat also can pump, and even if that can just pump up the previous weekly, it's 40% more. So all you need is like 3x, and you're absolutely chilling. So we probably might get one dump candle, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow with it. But it's definitely a potential long. In terms of Dodge, I'm still in my long trade from down here. Had the orders set, the orders got hit. Bang, bada boom. It's been de-risked massively at the weekly open. So it's in profit, and I don't really care what happens with this now. Obviously, I would like for it to break up, probably towards 3.6. Then I'll be in nice profit. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this because of the whole Dodge ETF sort of thing. And yeah, like it's just a buy on the yearly open. Like there's massive demand. I missed it the first time. I remember we were talking about it on stream here. I missed it here when you would have caught nearly a 40% raw move. So let's hope for something similar again. It's probably not going to happen like that, but I'll probably take majority of profit at 14%, which will be good. I'll be happy with that. Let's have a look at Griffin, as it is interesting me for a possible weekend play. And then we'll have a look at Fet Tau Injective for spot, and then you guys can also put some in the chat for me to look at. By the way, I was saying this in the altcoin chat. I'm probably going to need to redo these fibs now that we made a new low, but Prop-C is actually a really good project that is very undervalued right now, I think. I think the market cap's like 20 something mil. And yeah, I personally like this product, so I've been buying a bit on DEX because they have an airdrop going on. And one of the ways to get tickets for the airdrop is to buy 200 Prop-C on a DEX and hold it in your wallet until the end of March. So 200 Prop-C is less than $200 at the moment. So you could technically put 200 USDT into two of your wallets and then just hold it to the end of March, and then you might get a nice little airdrop. And I just think this price is super undervalued. I'll be quite like I can see this going to $10. Obviously, right now it's quite hard to say that because we have the opposite of an alt season. But in terms of market cap and what the project's actually like, I could see this going to $10. I might have to redo those fibs a little bit though. But yeah, that's just a little something. It's almost like SMT, like, I'd be surprised if this doesn't do a 10x. Yeah, so let's look at Griffin, let's look at Arc Rig as well, because Arc Rig is really good to actually just swing trade. Oh, look, we already seem to be getting the bounce on Griffin. Maybe that wick was the one. So we've kind of missed it, to be honest, from me rambling or not being on stream earlier. But there will be a second go at this if we reject off the daily open. If we break that, I'm gonna gig along the daily open again, just up into here, because yeah, it's a decent little risk to reward trade for me. But I definitely want to get something down in here. It might be worth like setting a stink bid at like 181 on leverage with a stop at like 175, and just if it hits it, you're gonna be rolling in it, hopefully. But yeah, it's not amazing, but it's not too bad. That 4-hour candle looks really nice. That previous one, actually, and it's gonna bull div on the 4-hour again. Very good, very very good. Griffin, absolute obsolete tech. Ask China. Yeah, China's going ham, bro. There's a video of Sam Altman. He's doing like an interview, and he's like, "You guys can try and compete with us, but it's really hopeless. Like, you're not gonna do anything. Like, honestly, you guys can try though." Like, he's being really cocky. He's like, "You guys can try, but it's hopeless." There must be some Chinese guys in the crowd or whatever. And then it cuts to just like Xi Jinping, and the stock market like all red. It's pretty funny. Could you have a look at Brett? Oh yeah, I do like Brett. Brett's actually something that I expect to do really well as like the mascot of base, because I think base has a lot of use case which is kind of undiscovered by a lot of these Solana people. What's your Griffin Stuber target? I think this is going to go to the Yili Open, but we'll have to see. There's technically a bearish Stuber from here, this high to this low now. So I would kind of expect, like, if you did this, because we have a new low, we could actually even come up to the 618 and then get a higher low. But I'm not actually too sure. I don't really have a target on this, because this could go, this could go to 2.8 and then fail. This could go to 2.6 and then fail. This could go all the way up to the highs if it gets enough buyer pressure down here. But I would say that, I mean, if you want to be safe, a first good target is 265, and then the next one will be about 3.3, and then next in between the weekly open and the yearly open. If you were looking to like long in down here under 20 cent. Brett, yeah. And when alt season? Exactly. I'm just open my coffee. Brett, yeah. Sorry. Let's do another poll as well. Do you want purple spot? What are you looking at? What kind of time frame are you looking at? Let's see as well. Are you long or are you short? Majority long or short? Long? Short. this is lagging. Yeah, let's see if you guys are long or short. I am majority short. Ooh, hello. Hello. Right, let's just take this off. Put that on. Tons of liquidity below us. There's a possibility that this could go and hit actually like 6-7 at a low. We're getting a nice bounce right now off this low, but we have broken it on the daily close. Doesn't mean like we have to go further down, but this bounce up will tell you all you need to know about it. If we come up to here, it's looking pretty weak, and we might do like a secondary leg down to get like a slightly lower. Also, I think this will coincide with this kind of, yeah, lots of support around here. But if we do come up into here, sorry, slightly further, like this, we could test that as support. This little swing here. All in all, I think this looks pretty decent. But what alt doesn't look decent? Like, what alt isn't at support at the moment? It's breaking the weekly right now. Major buy volume down in here in this swing. I think it looks pretty good. Let's look and see where the 4-hour band is. This is a really good 4-hour candle because this is breaking this high right here, which was resistance and resistance here. Quite important. Support on the daily and the September open. 1, 2, 3 3 4-hour candles, and then boom, straight through. Really nice stuff. This is proper textbook shit. Especially with all these wicks up here. But yeah, all in all, I think it looks pretty decent. I would definitely wait for this 4-hour close if you wanted to actually like put in a trade here. It's not really a good place right now. But if you got it this morning, legendary, bro. Legendary trade. And I'll probably leave it up to 9 cent, maybe. Nice little 10% scalp. Arc rig. This thing swings so much, which is why I'm quite interested in leverage trading it. Of course, I'm quite low leverage because you don't really need much else. But there's a potential long in here on this weekly open, especially if this band holds. To be honest, we're already getting the green dot and we're already getting the bounce, but quite a lot of the time these things like to double wick into the band. So you get something like that and then a secondary go at it, which like might wick into the weekly or like hold. A random number calling me. But this also looks pretty decent for a little long. Just up to the Q1 yearly open at least. Sort of like something like that. 25%. Nice. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm looking at. Super trade yesterday played out well. Yeah, bro, let's have a look at that. I remember you talking about that. What is Supra, by the way? I'm gonna have to look it up in a second. What are those lines? Oh, okay. Makes sense. Let's take this one off. Right, so Yeah, it looks really good. This 4 hour candle was the bounce one yesterday at midday. That close. How much did this actually do from there? Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. We struggled here, but I think that's going to break and likely go up to here. That looks pretty decent. Some of these alts are looking like they're starting to turn around, but they're just not out of the woods yet. But this is a really good start because we've broken the first high that we need to break. We still have this low intact, but if we do come back down now and hold in here, it'll be looking like a smiley face. Call it a smiley face, but yeah. Looking good. I like it, man. Maybe I'll have to buy some of that at 0.02 if you can leverage trade it, which you can. Looks like. Check Floki, ready to go. I like Floki, man. I had a Floki trade on for like the best part of last year, like 6 months. Finally got stopped out though. Let me just see what Mrs. Caroline said. Who is the market maker for Griffin? The market maker for Griffin is Wintermute. Oh, you got that from Grok. That's pretty jokes. Do what you want with this, mate. Bro, every time you send a picture of Caroline, I'm like, fuck. Oh, disgusting. I'm not trying to be mean, but Jesus Christ. Just to think of her having like those orgy parties with Sam in the Bahamas, it's like, it should have been me. I'm joking. Yeah, let's check for Super is a layer one with its own oracle, etc. Vertical integration, they say. Monster tech. Okay. Sounds like it's like a car. Check near, yes. Near and Floki, yeah. 2 coins I actually like a lot. What's the market cap on Super, by the way? There's actually one other thing that I was looking at, which is called Autos. Now, this is like, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this, but it's basically a crypto platform where you can buy like cars with crypto. So you can buy Lambos, you can buy luxury cars or whatever, and you can pay in a mixture of all different types of cryptocurrencies. So you can pay some in Bitcoin, you can pay some in ETH, you can pay some in Trump coin. Actually, they just enabled Trump coin. You can buy a Lambo with Trump coin. Um, and the market caps are like 5 mil, bro. They've got a pretty good working site. So I'm actually considering buying some of this at the yearly open because the last time I didn't buy at the yearly open, it insta pumps like 80%. And I was like, damn, I could have got an easy like 2x. So this is one that I'm keeping an eye on. And yeah, if we get into that 4 hour ban, I'll be pretty happy about it. But let's do Floki first. Okay, we've got some support down here that we've been caught by, which I like. I know why you're saying this is ready. There's a little bit more in there, but I'm not going to put that in just because we've got it already. Let's just have a look at the. Yeah. This is looking decent. To be honest, I would like to see one more drive down on this. It doesn't have to happen, but probably a rejection somewhere here, and then a second one for a double bottom, which would probably bottom out the oscillator. I would like to see the volume on this. That looks pretty decent though. Let's see it. Let's see it try and break this. because we do have a rejection already, and then we got the focus EMA coming down, which is probably going to hold us down. So I wouldn't say gig along this now because we also have hidden bearish, but if you do come back down into this like sort of 4 hour combination bad slash this swing in between 117 and 112 ish, I think that could be looking pretty decent. Also quite like that as well. There's major demand in there, but we already have touched it. So if we can get above this weekly open now, yeah, I'll probably be looking to maybe have a market smash some myself. It's looking good. We might have a nice little pumpy weekend, and then completely just giga retrace it on Sunday into Monday. But yeah. Last but not least, near. No, I don't want that. I want Binance Spot. Is it Binance? Yeah, so Near's been actually having a tough time recently, and looks pretty bearish actually. I want to see this go and hit $4 personally, or conversely, we can come up and hit 5.3 and hold this. But I don't like that. I don't like the look of this chart. That's giga bearish, especially if we reject off the weekly open here, which is also this low swing, giga bearish. Giga bearish. So yeah, not really too interested in this at the moment, to be honest. Like it is starting to farm out some structure, but it's firmly in the downtrend. So yeah, not looking too great. Mr. Hype, Mr. Zeus with the hype. He's pretty hyped. Coming up to his sell area, probably going to be taking nice profit on his great trade that he was talking about openly. Was it down here? Yeah, it was somewhere at those lows. Yeah, this is a monster. This is a decent little monster, but I think, you know, depending on what the market does, this is probably a decent little area for a possible short scalp. Yeah, the combination band just confirmed my bias. And then, yeah, I'll probably look to long this on the early open again, just because we've broken this high now that I've circled again. We've got a new high, and the lows are still intact here. So, like that, and then possibly down here. And we can go try for, $34 again. It's a good looking chart, man. It's nice. But yeah, ADA regaining some stuff. Am I stupid, or there should be a hidden bull div there? Let me check on mine. There might be. Let's have a look. Sometimes it can depend on what exchange you're on. That it just won't print on the oscillator. Where's mine? Yeah, look, there's a little bit here on the 4 hour in there. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, so like I've been saying with ADA, I think now after this mega wick and then whatever this sort of like down structure is down here, I think it's almost just a matter of time before this breaks out and above this mega resistance. It probably needs a little bit more time, but I can eventually see this breaking. And all the alts have been bleeding massively, but ADA's been holding pretty strong, which means there's not a lot of sell pressure, and people are holding their coins because of obviously Charles in the government. So I think just hold on to your seat on this. That was a nice wick, and we've regained the weekly open. Yeah, it's looking good, man. I've got an alert here, possibly for a short. It looks like. Um, we'll see. I'm not going to blindly take that, but it's possibly an area of interest. Yeah. Up into here, maybe wick through, catch a little short, come back down. Yeah, looking decent. Last but not least, I think we'll just go through. I'll just reiterate my plan on FET. That's a horrible chart to look at. Let's take that off. If this does that, I'm gonna buy in this demand zone, in this like sort of consolidation down at 80 cent. I'm gonna buy some spot, and I'm gonna be happy about it. If it regains and does that, test the yearly open. Um, this is likely gonna be the deviation bottom. Likely doesn't mean it is gonna be, but yeah. Um, and yeah, I do think FET's gonna do very well this cycle. Like it's got a lot of things going for it. Same with Tau. I actually own a little bit of Tau at 400. Um, but this looks like quite a bullish chart. In terms of spot, it's just like you're not really going to get much chance to go under here again. But there is a possible Stuber all the way back down to June and May. So like 390, just under 400. But it's quite unlikely that this breaks 400 again. Unless like we do something like on Bitcoin. Which I'm still quite fearful of. So yeah, we need to see those daily closes above 106 and the weekly close above 104, and then I'll change my mind and start looking at some of these alts in more of like a bullish light for like the midterm. Short term, they're looking pretty decent, but I just don't. Something feels a bit off for me. Last but not least, Injective have a really strong bounce and regain, really strong. I did say that I had spot orders in between like 18 and 16, probably like 2 weeks ago. Only one of them got hit at about 17.5. But yeah, this is looking pretty decent. Let's actually get just a fresh chart. Look at this. Yeah, you see, I've laddered. I said that I was laddering in here, and yeah, it's looking like this possibly could be the regain, but we don't really know yet, and it's not confirmed. So we'll just have to see how this like daily and the dailies over the weekend, and especially the weekly on Sunday closes out. But yeah, nice little bounce in the altcoin market. Um, maybe catch a little scalp on the weekend for like Floki's looking decent. What else? Someone else said something that looked decent. Supra coming near to the top. Griffin, sorry. I mean, if I was streaming a little bit earlier, if I was awake at like that early, that would have been a nice long. About 205, 206, but as of right now, I'm not really going to make any move on that just because I don't want to mess. I don't want to like jump the gun. But yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on. And I'm gonna just check the chat. Hype and Tia. Yeah, let's go. Tia. Okay, yeah. Let's look at Tia because I am down bad on my trade, which I've been adding margin to. Ugh, funny days. Oh, let's go, man. Who sold the bottom? Who sold the bottom, guys? Yeah, I really do hope. Like, obviously, we're not out of the woods yet. This could be a bearish retest that we go further down. I really do hope this is the bottom falls. I really do hope. And I hope we don't get 90k Bitcoin because some of these are going to be absolutely wrecked. But if we do get 9k Bitcoin, I hope we just like, you know, alts get a little bit of run, for a bit of leeway first. But who knows, man? I don't know, man. There's not too much to say on this now. This is still bearish to me until we can like actually do like either a higher low at 3.9/4, excuse me, or gain the yearly open. This yearly open's really important. You can see these 2 candles that failed here, actually 3 daily candles that failed here, and then dumped us into this low. So if we can regain that, 1, 2, 3, I'll be really, really happy. Really, really happy for my underwater trade. Citadel's dumped a lot. You might want to add ICP to your watch list. Nah, fuck that shit. Let's see some sideways action on Bitcoin. Yes, exactly. Can we just have some sideways? Why do you like ICP, Ghost? These lot had like the worst launch ever in crypto, and then they just have like a bunch of bag holders in their community, and everyone's been talking about the tech for so long, but it's just fucking shit, isn't it? It's just fucking dog shit. Although for trading, probably trades really nicely if I'm just looking at it like this. I mean, it definitely traded really nicely over here. Let me box some. Let me start boxing stuff off for you guys. This is like textbook stuff, especially because of the low there. Brush. It's got a low, tested, come up, make a new high. Oh no, we're going sideways. Hit the low, come back. Bullish backtest twice. Another bullish backtest in here. If you're seeing this, just gig along it. And then a 76% pump. Nice. But anyway, 4 hours looking good. Yeah, let's see if we can get above. Let's see if we can close above here. Like, so a lot of these alts are just on the cusp. They're edging. They're edging us. So if you can 4 hour close above that yearly open, easy as you like. But that 4 hour close looks really nice off the daily. My 10k is now like 1.5 on Citadel. Fuck. Yeah, what about Tia, bro? You got all the money from lick providing. I think I'm gonna lick provide on Arc because I got a few soldiers lying about from buying at like 170 because I bought some spot at 170 when we dumped. And I think I might just lick provide like you on Arc. Because the thing about the really good thing, okay, there's a good thing and bad thing about probably lick providing on this. The good thing is that it has mad volume, and if you stop lick providing and you get stuck with a lot of tokens, it's quite likely that this will just pump 50% randomly, and then you can sell it. But the bad thing is probably because it's so volatile, like it's gonna fall out of your bands quite a lot. But I am interested in doing that on this, just with like a couple grand. Only down like 3k on TIA yesterday from 4.8 at the lows. No stop loss. Yeah, that's the only trade I have no stop loss on. It's TIA. And obviously my spot as well. But yeah, again, Trio's looking pretty decent. I think this is just like, oh my god. Wicked all the way down to $2. Someone got a nice little fill there. Someone got a nice little fill there. Who's doing that? The Darth Maul. The Darth Saber. You want render? Okay, we'll look at render. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go below $2. I mean, yeah. Smulio, William did write a little update as well, and yeah, I think it's just like it's a pretty nice place to just park some money in and just leave it there. But let's look at. I really do want this to be the bottom on tier as well, but let's see. It's not. It's just if we can get above yearly opens, it'll be so good. Especially with like the way ETH Bitcoin's looking. Oh, amazing. Be great. But we're not there yet. We are not yet there yet, sires. Yeah, like this charts like this. This looks like near. This doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. Um, one because the daily band is slightly lower. Two because we have like extreme bearish structure in here. Let me actually box it off for you guys. Let's do it like here. Yeah. So there's two things here. There's either come up and regain this and hold, or bearish retest and come down into here into the daily band. Is one or the other. And right now it looks like the latter and not the regain. But you know, could happen. I'll definitely be interested in render on like 4.8 because I had a long on 6.7, 6.8 for a while, and then yeah, obviously got stopped out on the dump. No loss though. But yeah, I think this trade's quite in conjunction with Nvidia. Oh, but yeah, another interesting thing, WorldCoin. I think Sam Altman has some sort of links to WorldCoin, and I think we'll all know about the notorious big WorldCoin trade. I think it was yeah from 2.1 all the way up to like here 85. It was like 8% raw. We had a good run on that one. Maybe it was even lower actually. It might have been like 1.9 here, which is why I tried to relong it here. But again, chart's looking a bit bearish. We also have another sell signal on the daily, which is downtrending. 1, 2, 3. We really want to see like some major like regains before we start like changing our tune. Although it has hit support, like major support. And then also with the like sort of AI narrative from Trump and America, it's definitely one that I've got my eye on, and we'll keep an eye on that sort of stuff. But yeah, injectives also looking pretty strong, which is pretty nice. I just wish it came slightly further in and just hit more of my spot buys. Like $16, $17 injective. Oh, it's a gift, mate. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas. Sold all my Bitcoin in December and swapped it all for alts and especially TIA. It's been fun. Yeah, hold on to your seat, brother. Because if we do bull div on ETH Bitcoin weekly, it's gonna be looking really good for you, bro. It's gonna be looking really good for you. I really do hope we get this bull div, and you know, ETH DOM's up 2% on the day, Sol DOM's down, Bitcoin DOM's down. Like there is definitely still interest there. Others is actually doing their best out of every market cap, and second is Total 2, so ETH. So you know, people are still interested. I would definitely hold your horses on it and just be patient for now. There's not really anything to do in this area apart from buy more if you have more cash, or just wait. I've actually been waiting for either regains or slightly lower. But yeah, Tau is actually one that looks really strong, and I think they got like subnets coming out, so like AI subnets. I'm not really that clued up on it, but it definitely sounds really interesting to me. Also bought some shitcoin called Hey, it's a stable coin, bro. It stays very, very stable. Still my favorite boat. But yeah, um, watch Griffin for another retest. I think this is going to be possibly the best looking weekend play. If it does just come up, yeah, then not really anything to say. But it was looking really decent, literally just the hour we started streaming. So unfortunate, but we are right on the daily open right now. So hopefully we can get a little rejection and get a secondary touch on like 2-0. I might have had a spot bid set like 2-0. I'll have to check it after or something. USDT is my best performing coin. Payday today though. Let's go, brother. It's been a long January, bro. Feels like January the 50th or something. Yeah, so long. And December's always like super, super draining. Is this stupid? No, but I don't really do diagonals like that. It's not stupid, but the thing is about lines, so like we'll say like trend lines or arcs, is you shouldn't think about them as support. Think about it as like just visualizing the direction of the trend. It's like, you know, when people are like drawing lines, and you're like, this line is acting as support, and you're like, no, it's not, but okay. Is that Ada? What is that? Looks like Ada. Of course, it's Ada. You know, do you own any injective, by the way, just out of interest? Or you just all like super chocked in Ada? Yo, this is looking super strong. Super, super strong. Look at that 4 hour candle as well. Look at that. Just perfectly on the level down here. Insta 20% buyback. Lovely. Oh, we just got the 4 hour close. Underneath, what else were we looking at? Um, what else was just like on the level? There was something else, but I completely forgot about it. No injective, 9% ADA. You know, it might be worth you diversifying because injective's like under 2 bill market cap right now, and Sui did like 15 so easily. I definitely think injective can hit 10 bill, but obviously it's, you know, that's up to you. My mate owns quite a lot of XRP, which he bought at like 40, 50 cents. Well, I've been telling him to like cycle some of it into injective. I really like trend lines, but you have to look back to see if it's actually relating to price action. Yeah, I mean, each to their own. Each to their own. So yeah, if there's nothing else, I think we'll leave it here for the weekend. Um, to round it off, let's just have a little look at Popcat again. 4 hour close was pretty decent, but yeah, no, I don't. I'm not really feeling that actually. Um, I can't remember what we were looking at, but Yeah, I can't even remember. Oh, was it Floki? Was it Floki? Yeah, that didn't do it yet. It's not done it yet. There's possible long on September, actually. Um, the polls just closed. Lovely. 107k, 75%. Let's go. So we hit 107k. Let's send it. He's gonna enter stupid zone shortly. Hey Max, why you so quiet? Oh, he might be just chilling. Just got back to Deebs. Oh yeah, what I mean is the only true thing is price action. Oh right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. As long as you know that when you're like placing trend lines and stuff, and you know that your trend line isn't actually acting as support, then you're fine. I just more it's more just like how you visualize stuff. So like you're showing them that the trend is this way, you know? But yeah, I mean anyone can draw a line on chart. But yeah, I think I'm gonna bounce. Yeah, we're long on Bitcoin. I'm gonna try and fill some shorts up at like 107, all the way probably into 109 on two different exchanges. Where would you look at a buyer for injective? I would look at a buyer for injective now. Well, my original zone was underneath $18 and specifically in between 16 and 17. But we've actually gained the yearly open now and back tested it. So yeah, like it's gonna depend on what Bitcoin does. I think what you should do is you should just keep an eye on Bitcoin, and if we when we hit 107/109, if we are, and then come back down, if we're gonna hold 104 or get a weekly close above 104, you might just you might just have to look to buy some. But if not, we're probably gonna go a little bit lower on alts. But I mean, how much lower can this go? You know, how much lower can that go? I mean, it can go lower. Don't get me wrong, but it looks pretty bottom to me. That looks pretty bottomed. So yeah, I mean, all my buy orders were set like 17.5 down into 16 in case of like a nasty wick. So I didn't really get filled on much of mine, but I've got a massive bag being staked anyway. So I would say wait to see if we regain. If we don't, um, then yeah, just in between 17 and 16 is a bit of a godsend. Like I highly, just from a charting perspective, I find it quite unlikely that we like break this swing. But of course, if Bitcoin wants to go like 90k and sub 90k, of course we're gonna do like something really nasty. Probably come back maybe even to like nine, sub $10. But there's just no evidence of it right now, and this chart looks pretty bottomed. So it's really up to you. I can't actually talk too much on you. Talk too much on that. Honestly, I would love to short Floki instead of long. Yeah, for real. I feel you, brother. Ghosty boy. It's so like I feel like the market and even the Discord, we've been so fragmented the last couple of days with like what we think's gonna happen. I don't know, man. I wouldn't short that daily chart just yet, but it just does look a little bit looks a little bit rough. This is not yeah, exactly. Uh, not financial advice. I'm actually recording this, so let me stop my recording.